Welcome to PFVC. In this video, I will show you the file management system in the Huawei router and switch that use VRP. VRP uses a file system to manage all files and directories on the device. The VRP file system is used to create, delete, modify, copy, and display files and directories that are stored in a device's internal storage, which for Huawei routers is flash memory and SD cards, and for Huawei switches is flash memory and SD card. Some devices also use external USB disk as supplementary storage devices, backing up a configuration file. In some scenarios, such as a system upgrade, you may need to back up a device configuration file to a specific folder in an external storage device to check the files and directories in the root directory of the router flash memory. We run the following command. Now we start our router by SSH. We start putty, and earlier we have configured SSH 192.168.10.1. This one the IP address connect to my router with the username at main server with the password. So we use command D to check file or directory in the flash memory. This file we want to backup this file for the configuration file vrp.cfg.zip that we have decided 1389 by 1398 bytes. I show you how to back up to flash memory on the router. We use Control Z or Control Z. The first we create a directory backup by using command mkdir, and then we create in the flash fla sh dot backup. So now the directory backup has created, so we can use command there to check. This one we have created, and before we didn't have directory backup, so now we have directory backup. So now we copy the vrp.cfg.zip and rename it to the folder backup that we have created by using command copies. vrp.cfg.zip to the folder slash backup, and slash the file name vrp.backup.zip. Do you want to copy flash? And then we press yes and press enter. So now the copy is done. So to check the file has been copied, we use command there also, but we go to the folder by use command cd flash backup. We go to the folder and use command there. So this one we have create backup to the folder backup. We are PCFG backup. The command backup output so that the directory backup contain the file. We are PCFG backup.zip. It means that the configuration file via PCFG.zip has been backup. After we know how to backup on a router, now we go to transfer file to a computer with TFTP and FTP. First, I show you with TFTP. The trivial file transfer protocol TFTP is a simple application layer protocol in the TCP/IP model used to transfer files. It uses UDP as the transport layer protocol with port 69. TFTP works in the client-server model, while routers and switch function only as TFTP client. We need a PC function as the TFTP server. So we use router as TFTP client and we transfer file to a TFTP server in a computer. So we need to start the TFTP server first. This one I said TFTP server. We need to configure the TFTP server to bind by this one by directory we want to. Example, I type on my desktop and then I bind TFTP to IP address. We choose the IP address to bind. Import this one 192.168.10.10 is my IP address, my adapter IP address of laptop, and then click OK. You need to restart. Okay, now we use command TFTP. TFTP, the IP address remote server 1.2.168.10.2, the backup file name that we want. We use command put to put the file to the TFTP server. We are PCFG.ZIP, this one file that we want to copy, and then the file we copy and then rename it. We are PCFG backup app dot ZIP. Because this one we not just because we go to the folder flash backup, so we cannot find the file via PCFG. We can press Q quit. One nine two dot one six eight dot 10.1 ADMINUPR. A. This one we can use control set to by to the main directory with your command TFTP 192.168.10.2 port file to the TFTP server with the FVR PC FG dot set IP to file VRP CFG backup dot set IP. Yeah, the file has been transferred. You see this one, it transferred 100%. We can go to check it by this one. Okay, this one file has been backup from router to my computer with TFTP. If it cannot transfer file by TFTP sometimes because of the firewall block on Windows 10, we can, if your voice cannot send file on Windows 10 use TFTP, we can disable firewall, Windows firewall. We go to Windows Defender firewall, and then we choose turn Windows Defender firewall on or off. In case if you turn on Windows Defender firewall on, it cannot use TFTP because this one has been blocked. So we need to disable Windows Defender firewall if you want to send a file with the TFTP. So if you want to send file from the computer to the router, we can use PC function TFTP client. So if you want to use or transfer file from computer to a router, we use command by TFTP. We use get command to get a file from the computer to router. Example, I want to this one to backup this one to a router, so I rename this one to number 2 or number 1. Yeah, backup 1, and then I want to transfer this one to the router. So we check the router have this file not there. We have VRPCFG only one. Yeah, we can use Control C. This function use TFTP 192.168.10.2 by using command get file the file VRPC FG backup k up 1 dot set IP, and this file we can rename or keep the same. VRP CFG backup. Example, this one I want to backup 2, so you can to add that CIP. Okay, download the file successfully. So we can check by using command there, and then we will see or not the backup VRP CFG. This one VRP CFG backup 2 because we rename from 1 to 2. Now we know how to transfer file by using TFTP from computer to router or from router to computer. Now we can use other method to transfer file because of TFTP is not secure. We use FTP. Similar to TFTP, the file transfer protocol FTP is an application layer protocol in the TCP/IP model. It uses TCP as the transport layer protocol with port 21. However, a Huawei router and switch that run VIP command can function as TFTP server as well as FTP client. Compared to TFTP, FTP is more secure as it requires a user credential to establish an FTP connection. In addition, FTP allows you to delete file and create a delete file directory on the TFTP server. I use FileZilla for my FTP server. Run on Windows 10. We need to set up username TFTP with password. On a FileZilla, we need to see one directory with full permission. So I will use FileZilla for FTP server. This one we close. We turn on FileZilla server. This one FileZilla server, and we click on this one. We click on user, and then we click general. We add the user by adding example. This one I add already. TFTP username, but add, and then we can go to see the folder, which folder you want. Example this one I use on desktop the same, and then with the permission, full permission to the folder, and it's okay. We need to set our FileZilla server. So we need to run a FileZilla server. So from router we command FTP, the IP address of the remote server 192.168.10.2, because this one FileZilla and adapter, my adapter. And then press enter. It the username, we provide the username of FileZilla that we have created, FTP user FTP. This one test FTP. With the password we have created. So now we can connect to FileZilla to FTP server. So on the FileZilla we have established connection and successful established. We can use command run the put command to upload the file to FTP server, or run the get command to download file from the FTP server to the device. On this one we use put command, PUT put command, and we put which file to the TFTP server. Example we are pcfg.zip. So the folder, this folder we don't have this file. We don't have pcfg.zip. So we use command put to upload. Put because this one we write not correct. We are pcfg.zip. Put put VRP TFT.zip. Oh, connection time out. Disconnect, you see, this one disconnect. BRP CFG.zip. Oh, this one we need to reconnect again. We use command quit this one, and then we use command FTP to connect again. .10.2, the username TFTP password that we have created on FileZilla, and now connect access. Oh, incorrect password. TFTP 192.168.10.2 username FTP username password. Okay, now connect already. We use command copy. Command put to put a file to FTP server. VRP CFG.zip. Okay, file now backup transfer already. This one just backup. So if you want to copy file, we use command get to upload. So you want to get this file to the router. We use command get. This sample get the file to the server. VRP backup VR PCFG backup 1.zip. Okay, the file has been uploaded to the router. We can check it from FTP. There we will see this one file we have created, upload. Yeah, this one I upload to the TFTP server. So this one we use computer FTP server. If we want to use router FTP server, we configure the following. We use Control Z, Control C. First, we need to enable TFTP on the device and create a username and password and FTP path. We enable FTP server and enable. Yeah, now we have enabled FTP server on the router already. We create a username for FTP user by local user call user FTP user with password. Yeah, and then we provide the password with the complexity password A B C 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now we create the user with password, and then we bind the service type to the user local user FTP user. This one the username service type FTP. Now we bind the user to the FTP service type, and then we provide the directory for the FTP user local user local slash user FTP user username FTP directory slash directory and user privilege. FTP user privilege level full level 15 and provide now we configure FTP server already. We use command save to save the configuration. So now the router work as the FTP server. We need to use FTP client to log into a FTP server by using FileZilla client. FileZilla. This one FileZilla server interface. With FileZilla client. Yeah, we use FileZilla client to connect to FTP server. On a router, we use command we host 192.168.10.1 with username FTP user with password. And then port on it, we can quick connect. Okay, now we connect the file already. This one we connect to the router. So when we check this one, yeah, on the folder backup we have created with one file, and then at the file we can check on the root directory, and this one we can check, yeah, this one on the router. So this one, see this one we have backup earlier, backup 2 1 2 3. This one we can drop file example. I have created the file here, new file test.tt, and then I just refresh. This one I upload to the by using command there. Oh, this one we use command. We use this. You see this one take 07 test.tat control C. or we want to delete these two files, so we can delete it by right click delete. Okay, this one delete, right click delete, and then we check again have or not. Dear, yeah, we don't have only text file, three text file, so we need to delete this one also. Okay, now we check again, Control C. There, don't have, and we need to delete this folder also, backup folder. On FileZilla, we find this one, see this one, delete. The again to check it has another. It's now it's don't have folder backup again. So now you know how to transfer file with TFTP and FTP from router to computer or from computer to router. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel to get more video.